Hello, I'm Crickets and welcome back to I Have a Story. You have to kind of excuse me today. I didn't sleep very well last night, and when the state troopers call and wake me up at 4:30 in the morning, I'm glad to help them with stuff, but come on guys, 4:30 in the morning, that's a little ridiculous. So I want to finish up last week's segment of videos that I was making about my first marriage. One thing, I struggle with this. I don't know why. I've only ever told like two people this in my entire life. Why I stayed with my first wife. The truth is she's the only woman I was ever with that was a virgin. And even all the way back when I was a teenager and early 20s, that meant something to me. Even when multiple affairs in our marriage and our relationship and all the abuse and everything else, I don't know why I still try to be such a good guy. All the things I do in life, and just to get pounced on like I have. So that's truly why I stayed with her, was for some reason I felt obligated that I was a man who violated a woman. I mean, I don't know. This whole world's got my head spinning. The other one was a running joke in the family that her family actually pointed out, was I was with her just to be with them. And that was truly a running joke in the family. Because they were an awesome family. I guess apparently, I don't know when it took place and what all happened, but after our divorce, the family seemed to have fallen apart. A whole lot of sadness. But then onto the divorce. Again, you can look up court documents, files. It's all documented. Courts don't care about none of it. I was working second shift. She told me we were going to go to counseling and try to get things resolved and try to figure out our problems. When the truth was, she found another man who was older, already had a life established and set, and she didn't want to have to build and have to create a life and build that. She wanted somebody who already gave her, could just give it to her and already had that. She told me that outright. I was working second shift. She was getting the mail. She filed for a divorce and I didn't know it, and she was hiding all the divorce papers that were mine, telling me I need to appear to court, but how do I appear to court when I don't know it's even happening? And she's showing up for court, telling them that I don't care, I ran away, I'm no longer there, and that I was the bad person, which is felonies. You can't take people's mail, file in court, lie. These court systems, they don't care. They do not care. I've had enough of it. These are the laws. So she's showing up for court and I'm not. I'm deemed as a horrible person. I did not know I was getting a divorce until child support was coming out of my paycheck at 51%, and still not even making my full child support payment, because she told him I made twice as much money as I did. Which again is another felony. But these court systems don't care about the law. They don't care about severe criminals. They don't care about men or children. I gotta take a break already. Okay, I'm back. I leave these in here. I want you to see not only how I handle things, but hopefully it'll help other people handle their problems better. When you feel those emotions coming on that you're going to lose control, stop, take a break, go for a walk, breathe. Help stop a lot of people from committing bad acts. So, even though I took to the court, look, I've worked at the same job for 3 years. Here's 3 years worth of IRS documents. Here's paycheck stubs. I don't make what she said I make. which again is a federal felony, but these courts do not care. Michigan courts do not care. They don't care about the law. They don't care about men. They don't care about children. I can prove it over and over throughout my whole channel. It's unbelievable. So they still continued to charge me that same amount of money, which is why I fell into child support arrears and even felony arrearages, because I can't double my income. I don't walk up to my boss and say, hey, look, they're charging me twice as much. I need twice the pay now. It don't work like that. The courts just tell me, go get another job so you can just keep paying. Is that legal? We have court calculators. These are actually laws on the books. These court systems don't abide by them one bit. But then even in that divorce, I had to stay with her for 8 months because that's the law in the state of Michigan. Even though in my second divorce, laws don't matter. She's allowed to move in illegal. My second wife can take my kids, move to another state illegally, move over the mileage range illegally. They don't care. There's laws that we have for reasons. I guess I just have to go back, think, no, laws don't exist. We do whatever we want. Well, that's right. I'm the wrong gender. That doesn't, I'm a man. That don't matter. So they refuse to change the child support calculator. I was working second shift, coming home at 1:30 in the morning to find another man in my bed, constantly, with my 2-year-old son in the bedroom right next to that. I couldn't even go in the house. I was sleeping out in the garage. I had a friend who opened his garage and said, look, man, you better not even be on that property because you go face to face, you just might do something you're going to regret. He didn't want to see that happen to me. God, the abuse that I've had to go through with these women and the systems who are supposed to protect the victims and the children. Instead, they wanted to make even bigger victims out of the victims. And they wonder why. Why did somebody blow up and go over the edge and do something that they never would have done if it was not for all this illegal, corrupt, abusive system? My biggest pain isn't with the women and what they have done. My biggest pain by far is what these systems have allowed to take place and what they have done, which is against all the laws. How can you get away with this? How would you handle it? Being buried in debt, tens of thousands of dollars, because a system operates illegally. If it's against the law, if we have laws and they don't follow them, that's illegal, right? I mean, am I wrong? I don't even know what world I live in anymore. I just know I'm sick of living in it, period.